Good evening once again. I'm sorry we had a small glitch, so the live which we started had ended. We'll be joining shortly with Ms. Sadaf Jafar. Everyone who's watching, everyone who is joining, please keep on asking their questions so that we can answer as many as possible. I'll just pin that. So as I was saying, we will be joined by Ms. Sadaf Jafar, who's an activist, a teacher, a politician, and lot more, an actor. So anyone who's aspiring to be an actor can also ask their questions today. We'll be joined by Ms. Jafar in a while. Guys, I hope you've watched our previous episodes, and if you have any other queries about the episodes that we've already posted, you can ask us about that. You can have your questions, your queries about mental health shared with us, as well. We are always ears to listen to you. And I see that we've been joined, and we'll. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how are you, Aditya?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are
I'm
you?
good.
How are things in Lucknow?
Things are nice. We have entered the monsoon season, and the mangoes. So things are nice and pleasant.
Nice, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking out the time to join us today.
Thank you so much for having
And
me.
I hope whatever we talk today will be viewed by people who have their questions, queries. And since you are a person of many talents and many verticals, there will be many more questions. I'm hoping for that. We have our own questions that we'll be starting today with. And I just had an introduction about you, and I've told about all the things that you've done before, but we'll go step by step about them and try to figure out something that will click for in a mental health aspect as well.
Absolutely.
Mm. So, ma'am, I wanted to start by asking you that you've been through so much and you've done so much in life. So, what, according to you, has been the striving force which led to, whatever you wanted to achieve or whatever you tried to aspire, you went for it? What exactly was the striving force?
I'll tell you a very small thing that happened in my life. Way back in class 10th, we were all young, and I was very aware that I looked nice and I was getting a lot of attention with the boys. So I got these fringes cut where there were these little hair on my forehead, and I was like sitting right in front on the front row. So my teacher looked at me and then she said, Sadaf, do you have a hair clip? I said, no, miss, I don't. She said, okay, fine. And then she managed a hair clip and she tucked my hair. And I felt majorly humiliated because it was a co-ed school and the boys naturally, and the girls were jealous. So they were like a tongue in their cheek and the boys were there. So and then she said something that became a driving force, which sticks by me. And whichever class and whichever batch that I've ever taught, I've told them this. She said that, Sadaf, if you treat yourself with dignity as a woman, the world will give you respect. The moment you portray yourself as, you're not confident enough and you're seeking people to, give you that kind of recognition, it will never happen. So you need to recognize your own talents, your own self. So this is one mantra
So,
that my teacher gave and it sticks by me.
so true, ma'am, and so fitting to the situation and the current scenario globally right these days. Uh, Talking of teenagers and being in 10th standard high school, uh, any important life aspect from that time that became something, as a very important factor in your decision making in life?
Yes, it did. See, there's something, these are the basic values. See, I was a very aware kind of a child, and my dad would, we lived in a reserve bank quarters, which was like mini India, wherever we did, in Bhopal
Yes,
especially.
ma'am.
So we had people coming from all walks of life. There were people from all states across the country who were there. And we learned to respect the cuisine. We learned to respect people. We learned to respect the festivals. And that was something, in my very early age, where my parents would, make sure that we participated in the Ganesh Chaturthi functions, that we were there, who were like, making sure that the holika is burnt on time and nicely. So these were the things, the basic mantra of respect, respecting everybody coming from all walks of life, from all cultures, respecting our religion. That is something that stuck by me even today.
Ma'am, as a teacher, what exactly would you give out as a suggestion to kids in high school or who have just finished the 10th standard and want to choose a stream? So, because it's very important, and we see nowadays people who start off joining college in one particular field or stream, they switch after graduation or later in life when they're in their 9 to 5 jobs. So, instead of that, what exactly could you suggest would become a milestone where even after 10th one can actually understand what career decision should they make?
See, career, one needs to understand what exactly you want to do with your life and what you're comfortable with. As I told you, it is very important as a human being comfortable with your gender, with your sexual orientation, with your subject, being what you are is very important. Don't take subjects that your parents want you to take or your teachers are pressurizing you to take. Similarly, when you later on, when you choose your life partner, your job, it has to be something that should come from within, something that you're comfortable, something you wake up in the
Yes,
morning and you're excited about doing. You want to do
exactly.
psychology, go ahead. They're like, research, find out what are the options that you can undertake. You don't always treat patients. There are so many things in psychology. There are so many things with mathematics. You don't have to just do the basic things. So the thing is that it's between, apart from doctor and engineer, there are billions of things that you do. So the thing is history. I mean, I have been teaching history, and there are immense things that you can do. So the thing is that you need to understand the subject that you're comfortable with. It's like marriage. Of course, I'm not saying that marriages don't break. Marriages, but at least you don't get into a marriage thinking that you're going to, end up in a family court tomorrow. So enter into a thing which should be something where you are comfortable. You wake up in the morning and you're excited about it.
Definitely, ma'am. And actually, that is something that I talk to my clients about all the time. When they come up with their career related queries, they have this question about, I wanted to do this, but I had a parental pressure for that, or whether this particular college does not suit me. There have been many
Yes.
cases, and I've been talking to them about it because all the answers lay within themselves, and it's just our job as counselors or psychologists to facilitate them.
Exactly.
That has been because in the last since we started Bring a Smile 10 months ago, and in the 10 months at least 25 to 30 people that I have spoken to, they've all had similar career based questions, and all the time I used to make sure that in the end they realized that they were the ones who answered their own question,
Exactly.
because they know what they want, they have a passion, they have a drive for something. And sometimes they don't think, like, the aptitude might not surface around themselves so quickly, but it obviously takes some work. We always talk to them about the fact that it might take some time. You need practice, you need some education training, and at the end of the day you will find it. If you can enjoy it, then it's very obvious that you will get the aptitude inculcated into your lifestyle.
Exactly. I mean, last two episodes, you've had these amazing men. I am so in admiration with Ranveer. Look at him. I mean, I love the way he loves that passion for cooking that he has. He immediately makes you want to pick up your pats, like, your spoons and your spatulas and your pan and immediately enter the kitchen and cook something. So he's like, This
Exactly.
is a
Even if you
love.
don't see the ingredient,
Yeah, I mean,
you just need that ladle in your hand. That is the end of the entire
and
video.
it just makes you feel so amazing. So similarly, even while teaching, taking teaching as a career, you do not need degree, only adds on. It's like a butter on the corn cob. But the thing is that, you should have passion for your subject. It should be a will to share with people, and it should be total complete love with the batch of children that you're dealing with. If they're youngsters, like I'm totally in love with my babies who are teenagers. They would come to me with not just my subject problem, but all sorts of problems, and I would entertain them without awe. So you need to be a teacher to have all those things, to be completely in love with your profession, that you wake up in the morning and, okay, what am I going to do today?
Exactly. So, ma'am, moving on, when it comes to kids, a lot of kids, even during my school time, I used to see that a lot of kids in my school wanted to become teachers. They had this aspiration about becoming a teacher in the childhood. Then came teenage, parental pressure, uh, stigma around engineering and medical, and all of these things started to fade away that aspiration and feeling. Even though they really wanted to pursue this particular field, they had good knowledge and good aptitude for certain subjects, and they wanted to teach that. What would you say to such kids who wanted to pursue teaching as a career in school or college level, but then it all eventually faded
See, if
because of
the
pressures?
passion, see, what happens is that there are a lot of people who get into corporate, but they love playing guitar and they always take time out. You may be working, if you are actually, first of all, do not force yourself to become doctors and engineers. There are so many things that you can do, but you can always teach in a medical college. You can always teach in an IIM. You can always take coaching for the children who have aspirations, who have talent, but they have no access to better education. Evening classes or something where it is not target based, but you're totally in love with these children coming from a very lower strata of the society. So it becomes very nice for you, where you can do things for them. Pick up government school children, walk up to the nearby government school, ask them who are the talented children who can need my help. Start doing it. See, there are so many things that we can do to satisfy ourselves and to make ourselves feel happy, to satiate that need. But first of all, becoming doctor and engineer is not the option. There are immense things that you can do. So don't let your parents make you fall into the trap, or even the coaching classes and the teachers.
Actually, I personally believe that it's something that we shouldn't pursue the teenagers to go through this conversation. It's something that if, for example, a teacher or a counselor, they have to talk to the parents themselves in a one-on-one, because obviously when there is a communication between a teenager or a child and a parent, there is a pre existing dominant and submissive trait. So you cannot just work with that. So even when I talk to some parents, I always talk to them as in a very blunt and honest manner, and I tell them that they need to understand what exactly is the aptitude.
Exactly.
Because obviously you obviously think about the well-being of the child. You want them to earn good money, you want them to have a good house, have a good lifestyle, but at the end of the day, there has to be a mental satisfaction that they need to pursue. If they don't have that, if they are studying something, they are in a corporate job and they don't feel like doing it. I recently have been talking to a person who is quite old. He's around 25, 26, and he is not the general age group that I talk to. And he had this problem after engineering. He had this placement issue.
Mm.
He took up a job, he did not like it. He did chemical engineering and he did not like it one bit, and when he left, he had really supportive parents. And that was very amazing, because when I started talking to them, they were always uh, realizing that whatever I've been telling them, they were practicing it from before. The case was completely different, but I always try to find the roots if there are connections to parental pressure during pursuing. The child wanted to do engineering, they let him. The child wanted to go to PSC and take up a new stream, and they were completely supportive. And that is what I think everyone should strive for. there has to be this understanding between parent and child
Exactly.
that even though there is aptitude or there is a possibility, is there an interest that peaks from the child or not?
See, the thing is that the parents need to realize that what is best for their children. It comes from, it is both ways. It's like I remember when in class 8, my daughter came up to me and she said, I cannot pursue with mathematics. I said, it is always better to switch on to a subject where you are comfortable. She wanted to be a psychologist. So she wants to pursue psychology. So I said, this is great. I mean, this is better than, you're slitting your wrist and you're killing yourself. You're trapped in a situation where you want to get out. And it is the matter of the entire life. It is not one session of your life. It is like entire life. You will be stuck with that profession which you hate every day. So parents need to
Exactly.
understand. They need to take the pros and the cons together. You want a son who's unhappy with a career where he is just not interested, and definitely his performance level will go down. Or you
Go
want
down.
your
Yeah.
daughter or a son to be completely at ease with whatever that he is doing, whether he's a chef, a fashion designer, a model, maybe as, anything that they want to be. I mean, even now as I'm talking about very cliched professions. There are immense range of things that you can do now and be
Exactly.
very
There's so
successful,
many
make
things
big money. If it is about money, you'll make
that,
big money only if you
yeah,
are in love with your profession.
it's that actually that love or that passion is what becomes a striving force in itself. So
Exactly.
as much as they try and achieve more and more in that particular field, the more they will earn eventually. So maybe it might not be that glamorous or that well paying in the beginning, but it obviously gets better with time. In every field there is this scope where experience gains more money. So money or a better lifestyle is something that obviously needs to come after a little time or after a small period of struggle, if I may.
Absolutely. And see, you will
And
find immense things like, you will have, I was just watching this serial where this man is a jailer, a warden in a jail, but in the evening he's playing music and he's doing extremely well with that. See, you always need to, your passion is something that keeps pulling you towards it. You may hate your job, but there is something that keeps you alive, which is somewhere else. Maybe it's gardening. Now, if you tell your father, turn around and tell your father that I want to be a gardener, he's going to be completely appalled. But if you say that you're going to be a bonsai designer, you know, whatever that you do, see, the
yeah,
idea is whatever that you do, if you're painting a wall, paint it in such a manner that you're the only one in that business. Excel. Put all your heart and soul in
exactly.
it. And that is why you will find people, so many people have painted horses, but how MF Hussain painted it, nobody else did. Because he put his heart and soul in
Exactly.
it.
Very true.
Yeah.
There was a vision that he had which nobody else could because of the passion that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that. And we'll go with the next question, which was uh, about the society in general. When we talk about all the things that are happening, a lot of teenagers still are using memes or social media, Instagram, for instance, as their source of information. And that gives a very blurred or very incorrect image about the ongoings of the society, about the happenings of the society. No doubt social media acts as a very important source, but sometimes the channel or the proper guidance that lacks in these particular Instagram pages or Facebook pages, they lead to a very bad miscommunication between the people and the society. So what do you think would be a better option for uh, starting or developing this interest of having a clearer perspective of the society
See,
amongst teenagers?
first thing is that you need to understand. For example, if I'm talking about talking ill about the school, I remember people started off with the confession pages. Now, the confession pages basically were about venting out your anger against your teachers and
Yeah,
spewing venom against your classmates. Some people who were successful, people who were doing well, teachers, children, talking about personal lives of the teachers, and See, everything has pros and cons. It is important to talk about your anger. But it is so much better that if you walk up to me and tell me how much ever pathetic and angry I may be, but you can just walk up to me and tell a teacher that, ma'am, I did not like the way you spoke to me in front of the class. Because teachers don't get feedback. They are so feared that they do not get feedback. They usually get the feedback from parents who reach the principal or through confession
Principal, yeah.
pages. Right, just go
The
walk up
channel
to
is
your
very bad.
teacher, tell her. So talking about recently we had this locker, boys locker that we had here. Now you realize
Yes.
that, these are the things where you are venting your sexual frustrations, your anger, your angst, your jealousy, your envious behavior, but it is not taking you anywhere. So the thing is that it is always, Hamesha, you have to understand that it is always better to have one-on-one with your classmates, with your friends, with your teachers. Social media is meant for people to connect, but basically what you cannot compromise is one-on-one relationship. It is so
Yes.
much better
That
when you,
used to exist before social media and faded out.
yeah, I mean, you pick up a phone and you tell your teacher, it is so much better that you didn't understand something, or you go up to her and tell her that, can you explain this to me again? Rather than venting the anger on the social media, she can't even teach. Because teachers are also battling with their own issues. Your friends are, we do not know. Before being judgmental, before making a meme, we do not know what our teachers, our friends, our colleagues, our parents are going through. We all have our
Exactly.
personal storms to deal with. So it is always better to walk up to your teacher and tell her, walk up to your parents and tell them कि आपने मुझे पार्क में डांटा, मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा. आप यही बात घर पे भी कह सकते थे. डांट पड़ेगी पर वो
True, ma'am.
समझ में आएगा, कहीं ना कहीं रजिस्टर होगा. हम लोगों ने कोई डिग्री, टीचर्स ने तो डिग्री ली है, पेरेंट्स ने डिग्री नहीं ली है माँ बाप बनने के लिए. तो वी ऑल्सो नीड constant feedback from our children, our students. Yes, walk up to them, tell your friends that the way you joked about my height or my, body weight, or me not having a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or me being frigid, I did not like it. It is so much better that you
That's true, ma'am.
walk rather than venting it elsewhere, because it doesn't help. It really spoils things for you. It doesn't help at all.
Things just get dirty in the end without any conclusion or a
And people
end.
get
There is no
exposed.
closure to these things.
Don't think we would
Yeah.
not find out. People find out. We all know. See, your classmates who are eating lunch and playing with you every day wouldn't know that it is you with a pseudonym. So one way or the other, you
True.
will be caught. You will be embarrassed. It's so much better to stop talking for a while. Take a break if you do not want to confront. Let things slow down, or confront head on without getting violent and abusive. Rather than, going back home, it is so much easy to sit in a dark room and vent your frustration in dark when you think that nobody's seeing you. But actually, the world is seeing, and people do not judge the person you are abusing. People judge you for the language that you are using.
Language. True, ma'am. Very true, ma'am. Ma'am, we wanted to talk about the young adults who come up to us, talk to us. They've started this new job. They are out of the college life, and things are obviously new. It's like a entirely new transition, like from school to college, and now college to job. So some of us, they find maintaining the work-life balance as a very difficult challenge. How do you think, ma'am, work-life balance should? It's obviously important to have your own personal life and personal space, but if not being able to manage, how should one cope with it? Or what would you be suggesting about it?
I will talk on three things here. One is, start your personal life at a very low, pace, very slowly. Don't think that with the good salary package, even if you have to take an EMI, let me take a bigger flat, let me take a better car, let me have all those things that that I have always dreamt of. You've just started. Go with a one-bedroom studio house. Slowly build up on it. By the time you are 40, you will have it all. But don't start with a very expensive house. One. Two, when it comes to when you enter a working place and when you start working, You are judged constantly by your colleagues, by the people who've already been working there, and your bosses. For your performance, for your behavior, even what you're wearing, how you comb your hair, how you brush your teeth. Everything is being judged all the time. Your targets. If you achieve targets on time, you're hated by your colleagues and your boss increases your targets. If you do not do it, oh, you're like a useless piece of crap. So don't see yourself through others. You have to see yourself as how you do it. Don't take too many things to impress your boss and colleagues on yourself because it doesn't help again. So go slow, set your own targets, that how much I can do, and don't push yourself. This is something which is very crucial. Thirdly, with your boss and your colleagues, the other thing that bothers most of the times is that getting involved, because you're away from your home, you're away from your parents. Sometimes for the first time you're away from your parents, you're missing home cooked food, you're missing your city, your girl gang, your boy gang. It is always better, to interact. Don't immediately start, confiding to your new colleagues. Go slow. Eventually you'll know who's your friend and who's not. So this becomes easier.
True.
Don't press yourself too much,
Yeah.
because other than you will have too much, you would have bitten too much that you can't chew.
Ma'am, even before, like in our previous episode with Chef Ranveer, there was this part where we were discussing about careers and education, and we were talking about how people fade their aspirations from their childhood as they grow up. Do you think that there should be an alteration, or there should be something within the teenager or the child himself or herself to ensure that there is a proper channel of gaining education or seeking education? Like, for example, Chef Ranveer said that whatever you do, if you want to become a chef, he would prefer that one should go for a structured education. Here, when we talk about, I have friends who are artists, who are musicians, who are dancers. They've all done their graduation in engineering or something else, and then they've led on with this as a passion, which they're doing part time, which also pays. Some artists they've gone to merchandising, they've become designers, and things like that. But there was no formal education about that particular field. There was aptitude, there was passion. That is all that led to the entire thing grow. So, do you think that there should be an alteration in the education system as a whole, or do you think that whatever people are pursuing right now as with aptitude and just passion is sufficient?
Firstly, our education system is something which is basically meant to make babus, to make clerks. Yes, and now it is basically about doctors and engineers. There are very few children and they're very looked down upon the moment they say that they want to be a fine artist, or they want to be, fine artists, or maybe, they want to be designers, or maybe they want to become a Kathak dancer. And especially if a boy turns around and says that I want to become a Kathak dancer, and they're like, oh my God. The thing is
True.
that the education system from class 9th onwards, or even earlier, children should have so much of, exposure in the school itself, that they start realizing what their interest and what their potentials are. Now we are having certain things like you have those dramatic classes and things like these where professionals come and train the children, but that is once a week. Once a week is not sufficient.
Exactly.
This is not a hobby class.
And there's
It is
no
something
examination for that. There are no assessments.
So this is not a hobby class that the child is going to. It is not a club that he is joining. It is something which is going to give direction to the rest of his life. If I want to be an actor, from an early stage, there should be one class every day, or maybe alternative day, where I am being trained by a person who is professional and who's training me into dramatics. So that if I have my
To train
aptitude,
someone with equal gusto as they do for maths and science, they should have the same approach
for
towards
music,
the
for art, for all
art.
kind of art forms, for all kind of vocations. If you look at Gandhiji's basic education, he kept talking about this, that there has to be something which should be according to the aptitude of the child. So that by the time he is in 12th, he passes out and he knows that I am going to the College of Fine Arts. I am going to join media and this is how it's going to be. I'm going to be a journalist. So it should be right
Exactly.
at the beginning itself. And parents should have very little say in this. And actually you will realize that there are a lot of parents now who see that, oh, ये तो बहुत अच्छा artist था तो हमने इसको BFA करा दिया. लेकिन वो कब पता चला उन्हें, जब उसने 4-5 कॉम्पिटिशंस आखिर में आके जीते. बट अगर वो क्लास 1 से जीत रहा होता तो पेरेंट्स का भी माइंड वो कंडीशनिंग हो जाती कि नहीं मेरा बेटा तो आर्टिस्ट बनेगा. तो ये कमी स्कूल में भी है कि हमें 99.9% लाना है और अगर 85% आया तो वी विल पुट दिस चाइल्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कूल, in this particular section where weak children are taught. Now weak children will have excellent aptitude for amazing amount of talent into different fields, but the school does not care. तुम्हें मैथ्स में अगर 85% आया है तुम लूजर हो.
This has become a common practice of hierarchical
in my city where you have a section of children जिसको लोग कहते हैं या तो गधे इस सेक्शन में पढ़ते हैं, तो क्लास 10 से तय हो जाता है कि जो उस सेक्शन में पढ़ रहा है वो गधा है. तो या तो उसको मार मार के गधे को सो कॉल्ड वो घोड़ा बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं या वो बच्चे डिसाइड कर लेते हैं. लेकिन उन बच्चों में आर्टिस्ट हैं, राइटर्स हैं, क्या नहीं है. But the teachers don't care, parents don't care, school does not care. They are interested कि उनके लंबे लंबे charts लगे जिसमें बच्चों को 99.9% मिला, which is very appalling, very upsetting.
Exactly. I know, ma'am, because even I have done my schooling from Chhattisgarh and वहाँ पे humanities stream था ही नहीं 11th-12th में. और ये सिर्फ छत्तीसगढ़ नहीं, there are many states जहाँ पे humanities का option ही नहीं होता.
Humanities तो गुंडे लफंगे लेते हैं जिनको पढ़ना ही नहीं है.
Exactly. That is the approach. That is exact, and that has to be changed because at the end of the day, जब हम लोग बाहर के systems देखते हैं, I remember I knew someone who went to Australia for the schooling. They shifted there, and वहाँ पे the feedback was कि यहाँ पे classes 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th class में they are not doing algebra. And they were ridiculing कि हम तो algebra पढ़ के आए इंडिया से और ये तो अभी तक यहाँ पे शुरू भी नहीं हुआ. They're not even focusing on classes. They're like कि जाओ बीच पे जाओ वॉलीबॉल खेलो. So that is what happens. That is why we know that the sports community in Australia is so strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they do encourage people. They want people to join sports or they want to join other streams.
You will find,
Aditya,
you will find children who are pursuing these kind of activities are better human beings because they are not competing with one another. They are trying to make a beautiful, creative world out there. I am painting my canvas. I am not interested that whether your canvas is more colorful than mine. So these people who are artists, who are theatre artists, who are painters, who are writers, we all want to study Premchand and Enid Blyton, but we do not want our children to become Premchand and Enid Blyton, which is so disgusting actually. कि मेरा बेटा तो ऑपरेशन करेगा नी का लेकिन वो पढ़ेगा प्रेमचंद क्यों भाई? So you need to question that.
The approach is कि they try to figure out loopholes from their childhood, their upbringing. उनके में तो ये था, उन्होंने भी ये किया. They used to study under the lamp. We are giving you so much.
कोई parent lamp के नीचे नहीं पढ़ा, believe me. It is a myth.
That's very true.
Everybody was comfortable, everybody, and even if आपने लैंप के नीचे पढ़ा है, you can't force your child to do it. You've achieved what you have. Give him his best. Don't spoil your child too much. धीरे धीरे उसको accomplish करने दीजिए. Let him earn what he's getting. But the thing is that keep him attached to literature. Keep him attached to whatever that he wants to do, he or she, and you will find eventually the child developing on its own. लेकिन हम उसको कैसे फोर्स कर रहे हैं वो बहुत शॉकिंग है.
Exactly, ma'am. At one point of time, you need to let the safety net get down. वो नहीं जब तक हटता तब तक नहीं है. If there are no risks, there is nothing else. There is no new discovery that is going to happen at the end.
Yes.
Recently, someone told me regarding a research paper that you shouldn't go for some particular topic or something just because of out of your curiosity. And I don't know, it was an assessment and I still spoke up to him and saying that sir अगर curiosity नहीं होगी तो discovery कैसे होगा.
Exactly.
And he was stumped. And that was my whole point कि चाहे ये assessment ही क्यों ना हो, I need to make my point clear कि whatever I did, whatever research I did, that was meant to come up with something new. चाहे उसमें मेरी curiosity अगर गलत prove हो जाती होती. At least I tried. That risk is something that has to be inculcated into people in order to understand कि हाँ, there might be a positive result, and there might be a possibility of a negative result.
Exactly.
But if you don't try, you will never know.
And you will always have that regret that I wish I tried back then.
Yeah.
You know, so
And
why regret? It's better that you
mistake,
do it and then you realize that you made a mistake, then rather than regretting it and blaming somebody कि मेरे parents ने नहीं करने दिया, मैं गिरस्ती के चक्करों में फंस गया इसलिए नहीं कर पाया, या मेरी शादी मेरे माँ बाप ने जल्दी कर दी इसलिए मैं नहीं कर पाई. It is always better that you experiment, do it, go ahead, do it.
Yeah. And like nowadays things are still getting a little better with time, because when I talk to teenagers I understand that they have this knowledge, they have this realization कि जो भी करना है खुद से करना है, but they're still afraid of trying. They can say it out loud. Social media में they can post pictures and photos which say that one should go for their passion, but when I look at them, they are taking drop years, they are doing for medical or engineering, and उनमें उस चीज को लेके इतना पैशन नहीं है, या फिर there is no
को बुझा दिया है. Parents का इतना pressure.
They're not that excited. Even the preparation should. I have had friends who are in who are now doctors, and जब हमारा preparation का time होता था, at that point of time they used to be very much excited. I never had that kind of an excitement when I used to be with them. But उनके वो excitement जो थी preparation की, test होने वाला है, they're very excited कि हाँ ये पढ़ेंगे वो पढ़ेंगे सब पढ़ेंगे. I used to think कि मुझ में ये चीज नहीं है, and I used to blame myself कि यार मुझ में ही कुछ शायद problem है कि I cannot feel the same way. Now after these many years I've understood कि this is not why I was not excited. I was excited about this, where I am right now. I'm happy when I conduct research papers, research for papers, or when I talk to people, I get excited. I'm very happy when people text us on the page regarding help, because there is a very good process that people follow here, teenagers especially. They follow our page, they look into our stories, our posts. A few days we can see in the insights कि हाँ ये लोग देख रहे हैं, and then after a few days when they find the comfort, they can think कि हाँ इन पे हम लोग trust कर सकते हैं. They talk to us, and when they talk, they have everything out. They are waiting for someone to listen, but there is no one. और वो चीज जब हम लोग resolve करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, we feel very overwhelmed कि yeah, they have taken. That is why whenever someone talks to us, our first reply is, thank you so much for taking the first step.
Exactly.
And people don't do this these days. Even with psychologists, I shouldn't say this, but people are taking this entire field as a profession rather than a vocation. और उसका एक बहुत ही बुरा इम्पैक्ट होता है कि एक आपका क्लाइंट भी आपको या फिर आपका पेशेंट भी आपसे इतना ओपन नहीं हो पाता. And दूसरी बात, even you start losing interest because the factor of money or the factor of a lucrative career comes in between.
Very true.
So this is something that should be applied everywhere कि जहाँ पे भी बात हो रही है, कोई भी करियर हो, आप अपने आप को एक वोकेशन के अंदर समझिए, एक प्रोफेशन के अंदर मत समझिए. प्रोफेशन वो अपने आप बनते जाएगा, बट अगर वोकेशन नहीं हुआ, अगर आप उस चीज में अपने आप को इंडल्ज नहीं कर पाए, यू कैन नॉट प्रैक्टिस इट विथ योर होल हार्ट, तो फिर वो काम का कोई मतलब ही नहीं बनता.
जैसे मुझसे ना अक्सर लोग कहते हैं कि सिलेबस तुम्हारा बहुत लेट कंप्लीट होता है. हिस्ट्री में मैं हमेशा अपने बच्चों से कहती थी कि यू विल नॉट टर्न दीज चैप्टर्स एवर इन योर लाइफ इन हिस्ट्री, बिकॉज आई नो यू वांट टू बिकम डॉक्टर्स एंड इंजीनियर्स. So whatever that I'm teaching, I'm going to put my heart and soul in it, and I take so much of pride in the fact that my children have turned out to be such tolerant, adorable, secular-minded children that, every time I see them write something or telling me that, ma'am, we stand so strongly with you, my heart just, brims with, so much of happiness and satisfaction that, okay, somewhere down the line, I was able to achieve what I could. Now, this achievement, no money that a teacher gets can buy. So you can't take it,
True,
okay,
ma'am. There is
सैलरी मिल गई है, सैलरी इतने सिलेबस कंप्लीट कराने के लिए मिली है, इससे ज्यादा हम क्यों करें? Like with the change, change of curriculum, I used to always say, don't open your books. First, we'll talk about it. Let me talk about the good things. Even if when we are talking about Aurangzeb, let me think of some positive things and talk about it. And then we will realize as a ruler how cruel he was. Because all rulers were cruel, for example. Then we have instances of all the people. So they realize that, how power corrupts people, how it makes them cruel, how you should be, power is something that you can channelize in both ways. Now, these are the things every aspect of history teaches you to become either a horrible person. With Hitler, you may idolize him, or you keep it in your mind that you will not become Hitler ever again. You will not even allow that ideology around you ever. So I always believe that these were the chapters that used to be my favorite. So the thing is that it is so important that whatever that we are teaching, you put your heart and soul. Don't take it as a job. Take it as something that you have been given an opportunity to shape your babies to become the most amazing people who go back to the society and return what they can.
exactly.
You give them love, they will return love. You make them hate a particular community, they're going to hate that particular community. So it is all in your own hands. And I always believe, and I'm sorry, I will take this liberty to say that, I always believe that art history teacher, a social studies teacher, has more responsibility than the science teachers. Because you shape citizens who become better doctors, more humane doctors.
Exactly.
You shape children who become people who just put their foot down and they say that we will not cut these forests because they are meant, इस फॉरेस्ट को बचाते हुए हम कैसे सिटी को प्लान कर सकते हैं. तो बेहतर नेता बनते हैं आप हिस्ट्री सिविक्स पढ़ के, आप बेहतर एक सही पर्सपेक्टिव के साथ बेहतर डॉक्टर्स इंजीनियर्स बनते हैं. तो इसलिए कोई भी सब्जेक्ट आप पढ़ा रहे हैं उसको आप प्रोफेशनली नहीं पढ़ा सकते. You have to put a lot of human touch to it to make them understand.
एक interaction होना चाहिए. It cannot just stay within the books.
Yes, it can't be that इस डेट पे इस आदमी ने इससे लड़ाई करी, क्यों लड़ाई करी, क्या रीजन था, क्यों वो अकेला रह गया, उसके साथ लोग नहीं आए, डिसयूनिटी की वजह से क्या हुआ, ये एस्पेक्ट ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि किसने किसको कब हराया, किन हालात में हारा और उसका इफेक्ट क्या हुआ, वो जरूरी है.
जी एग्जैक्टली. मैम एक और एस्पेक्ट जो है आपके लाइफ का जिसको वी वांटेड टू डिस्कस वाज द एक्टिंग पार्ट. So we've done our digging, we've understood, we've seen some first look, some posters, some photos, and we wanted to know your exact perception towards acting being a mainstream concept or a platform or a medium for expression of thoughts.
See,
because a lot of people nowadays are going for acting. They have understood that it's way beyond just being a hero or heroine. 90s में people used to say कि हमें hero बनना है picture में. Now they call themselves an actor because they've realized what it is.
See, the beauty about learning to do acting से ज्यादा important है थिएटर करना. थिएटर क्या है कि थिएटर इमीडिएटली आप कैमरा पे नहीं है, आप वन ऑन वन इंटरैक्ट कर रहे हैं. एंड थिएटर स्टडीज, जितनी भी थिएटर स्टडीज हैं, राइट फ्रॉम भारतेंदु हरिश्चंद्र से लेके आज तक, इट लिबरेट्स यू फ्रॉम योर स्टीरियोटाइप्स. आप अपने जेंडर का स्टीरियोटाइप तोड़ देते हैं बिकॉज कभी आप औरत बने हैं, कभी आदमी बने हैं, कभी आप हिरन बने हैं, कभी सांप बने हैं, कभी आप नेगेटिव रोल कर रहे हैं. इट ब्रेक्स यू फ्रॉम ऑल योर स्टीरियोटाइप्स. It gives you a lot of dignity of labor because you are making props, you are planning the stage, you are stage manager, you are prompting, and everybody has a very important role in theater. Most important thing about theater is that you get to read the work which has been done, the plays, the playwright, right from Shakespearean era till today. When you're reading about Brecht, you realize how he challenged, even how important is the jester. जो कॉमेडियन होता था वो कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होता था. राजा सबसे ज्यादा जेस्टर्स को मरवाते थे क्योंकि जेस्टर वो उस तरह का सटायर करता था जो राजा के ऊपर हिट करता था. So they were beheaded most. So it is, you know, theater makes you reach out to the people. When you're doing theater, then eventually you go to the streets and do street theater. You're connecting with the masses directly. तो ये बहुत खिलवाड़ और ग्लैमरस काम नहीं है, ये बहुत जिम्मेदारी का काम है कि आप सही मुद्दों को जनता के बीच ले जाएं. क्रिएटिवली आप चाहे तो बाल विवाह पे बात कर सकते हो. यू कैन टॉक अबाउट विमेन एजुकेशन, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट विडो रीमैरेजेस, you can talk about anything that the present government is doing and you are against it. You can just reach out to people. So it is something that connects you to the masses. So ye maine
exactly, ma'am.
And you will be very surprised that I started doing theater at the age of 40. तो मैं बचपने से स्कूल में और इधर उधर कर रहे थे, बट जो फॉर्मल थिएटर था I started doing at the age of 40. I had lost my mother. I had lost my mother at the age of 40 and I was standing on a grave. And people used to joke that I've never been, you know, away from her ever. They used to joke that my umbilical cord was not cut, you know. And उनकी grave पे खड़ी होके मैं सोच रही थी कि अब मैं क्या करूं, अब तो आप चले गए. Now what do I do now? And then I realized that what do I want to do most in my life right now apart from teaching? And the first thing that came in my mind was I want to do theater. And I called up this friend of mine who had given blood to my mother at one point of time and I said that कोई script है क्या? And आप आ जाइए, let's do a play. And I did my first play at the age of 40. And then I realized कि इतना आसान नहीं होता है लिपस्टिक लगा के मेकअप करके स्टेज पे जाने जैसा आसान नहीं है. आपको बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता है. You have to really struggle. You have to make your body struggle a lot of hard work. 14 hours, 15 hours of hard work that we did in our rehearsal to get one play done. Planning, props, costumes, rehearsals, lighting, script. And then I got my first role with Farhan Akhtar. It was a very tiny role, but it was amazing to be, you know, and what was more impressive was the lighting and the stuff that was around you, meeting some people who you had never met before, and the artist you had idolized, you were suddenly talking to them. And the most amazing thing happened, Farhan Akhtar was sitting right behind me and I was talking to some junior artist. And I don't even know that if he remembers it right now, because it comes in his habit. He suddenly stood up and he said, "Ma'am, aap baith jaiye." And the thing, I came back and I told my children that, you know, isko kehte hain humility. A senior artist who gets up, and I am almost his age. I wasn't like very old, but he just saw a woman standing and it was the done thing to vacate the chair for him. And then came
exactly. वो humbleness होनी चाहिए. That is where the humble nature should come up and arise. कि वो हम सब में होना चाहिए. बिल्कुल. हर इंसान में ये चीजें होनी चाहिए. These are like the prerequisites. It's not to have a particular degree or an education. ये life skills ही हैं जो everyone should have and they should work with. मतलब इससे मेरी इज्जत नहीं बढ़ी, पर उसकी इज्जत मेरी नजर में बढ़ गई. और जो 4 जूनियर आर्टिस्ट और वर्कर्स और बाकी लोग जो स्पॉट बॉयज वहां खड़े थे, they realized कि अरे when he can do it, why can't we? So one small act of sweetness, humanity, concern, etiquettes, it sets a trend for the others to follow. You know, it creates the ripple effect at the end.
It does.
Yeah.
And then I worked with Tabu and we really bonded. Tabu and I became very good friends. Meera Nair and I had always idolized them. I had never imagined. So for me, a teacher, a domestic violence survivor, a person who had nothing to do with this world, for me, it was a beautiful feeling to be sharing a meal with the people I had idolized so much. And then I felt maybe I have earned it, you know, with a lot of hard work, with determination and the idea of never give up. Never give up. How much ever life puts you down, how much ever it trods all over you, you cannot give up. what seems the matter of life and death. There are so many things where you fail, where you're taunted, where you hate, when you feel it is a complete dead end and your family, your friends, your loved ones, your girlfriend or a boyfriend or your husband has completely abandoned you with your troubles. And you just want to end it, you know. That is the time where you are actually at the rock bottom and the only way is to go up.
Up.
So if you let that
वो
moment
बोलते हैं जब
pass,
you are drowning, you need to still keep on kicking. If
if
you're
you just
drowning, you need
allow,
to keep on kicking first.
you have to keep on kicking, and you know, you just have to allow those days to pass. Just lie low, work hard, not harder than your capacity, keep working, and eventually you will realize that it has passed, and you turn around, look at it with a smile, you forgive all those people who hurt you, and then you turn around and look for somebody who is in trouble and you say, hey, don't give up, not worth it. No man, no woman, not even your own children are worth it. Your life matters most. And believe me, it does.
That smile is what.
Feel
That smile is
complete
what that
love.
counts.
If you remember saying that, you know, मैं अपनी favorite हूँ. So become your favorite, fall in love with yourself, and just imagine the potential that you have to change all those lives that you're going to touch later on.
True, ma'am. Very true, ma'am. That is actually something that we need to understand these days, that बाकियों की नजरें तो बदलती रहेंगी, बट खुद की नजर में आप क्या हो वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. अंडरस्टैंडिंग योर ओन सेल्फ, दैट इज लाइक हमारे लिए तो बेसिक्स है.
अपनी तकलीफ से इतना ओवरवेल्म होने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग बहुत तकलीफों में और आपके जैसी तकलीफ में है. तो उस तकलीफ से जब आप निकल के बाहर आएंगे तो आप रियलाइज करेंगे कि आप उनकी भी मदद कर सकते हैं. तो आपकी लाइफ आपकी, आपके अपनों की नहीं है, आपकी लाइफ समाज की है. You are a social animal. You belong to the society. You, Aditya, are not doing something that you are doing for yourself. You're also helping people around. The lives of the boys and the girls that you are touching, the parents that you are transforming. You know, you have your social responsibility. Now, if you give up, you will deprive all of them. That is very important, that you have no business to deprive people of it.
वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तभी आ जाती है कि आपने एक बार वो स्टेप ले लिया, यू हैव टेकन द फर्स्ट स्टेप टुवर्ड्स एनी सोशल रिफॉर्म. वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आपके साथ हमेशा रहेगी.
नहीं, आप अगर एक्टर हैं तो आप सोचिए कि आप इतना अच्छा काम करेंगे कि बहुत सारे लोगों को इंस्पायर करेंगे. आप अगर कुछ भी है तो आप भाई मैं मर गई अगर तो मैं क्या कर लूंगी, पर अगर मैं जीती रही तो कुछ तो भला होगा. 4 लोगों की जिंदगी बच जाएगी, 5 लोगों की बच जाएगी, कुछ तो कर पाएंगे. लेकिन मर ही गए तो क्या बचेगा. तो यू कांट गिव अप.
जी मैम. मैम सोसाइटी की बात करते हुए it's for, in my opinion, it's very important, but how important do you think that people should know and understand the polity of their country and their neighboring countries, regardless of the curriculum? अगर उन्होंने हाई स्कूल में ह्यूमैनिटीज नहीं लिया and they've gone to science, और उनका सोशल साइंस का जो पूरा करिकुलम था वो वहीं 10th स्टैंडर्ड में रुक गया. 10th स्टैंडर्ड के करिकुलम के हिसाब से आई नेवर फेल्ट कि आई हैव लर्नड एनीथिंग अबाउट द इंडियन पॉलिटी. लोगों में वो अवेयरनेस होना कितना जरूरी है, दैट इज समथिंग दैट आई वांट टू आस्क.
जैसे मैं क्या करती थी कि जब मैं पढ़ाती थी बच्चों को तो मैं कहती थी कि प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो देखो, पिक अप द न्यूज़पेपर एंड सी कि आर्टिकल 14 कहाँ यूज हो रहा है, आर्टिकल 15 कहाँ यूज हो रहा है. भाई आप हिस्ट्री तो खत्म हो गया, यू आर मेकिंग इन प्रोसेस ऑफ मेकिंग हिस्ट्री, बट सिविक्स इज समथिंग दैट यू आर लिविंग राइट नाउ. Geography is something that is transforming and changing you every day. So the thing is that you need to associate. बहुत सारे बच्चे मुझसे कहते हैं मैम we hate this subject. I mean history civics सबसे boring है मैम, नींद आ जाती है. But you realize, people do not realize that the science formulas remain the same, but history is constantly transforming you and changing you. Civics is constantly, you know, you are not a voter who goes to vote and comes back and sees those WhatsApp forwards and decide what to do. If you know your constitution, if you know your fundamental duties and rights, you will know your own rights and duties. You will also know others' rights and duties and respect them too. If I have the right to assemble, that means people who are protesting against my policy also have the right to protest, and they cannot be called anti-socials or anti-nationals.
जी
If I have पिछली सरकार के खिलाफ मीम बनाने का, खिलाफ उनके बोलने का हमें हक था, तो इस सरकार के खिलाफ जो नहीं है लोग मानते हैं, उनको हक है. हम उन्हें एंटी नेशनल नहीं कह सकते. आपका जो फंडामेंटल राइट है उसको अगर आप पढ़े और समझे, आई ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू टेल माय स्टूडेंट्स कि गीता, कुरान ये सब पढ़ना बेहद जरूरी है, लेकिन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ना भी उतना ही जरूरी है.
बहुत जरूरी है.
हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन नहीं पढ़ना चाहते हैं. इफ आई एज अ वुमन,
दैट कम्स लेटर इन लाइफ, जब जरूरत बन जाती है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ना फॉर यूपीएससी या फिर कोई और कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम,
बट देन आई
तो
एज
वो जरूरत समझ के पढ़ना इज नॉट द राइट वे टू गो फॉर इट.
इट विल नॉट
Yeah.
हेल्प. अब
वो
आई
फिर
एज अ
रटना ही हो
वुमन
गया.
शुड नो कि एफआईआर कैसे फाइल होती है. मुझे पता होना चाहिए कि अगर मुझे अरेस्ट किया जाता है तो मुझे कितने बजे कर सकते हैं, मेरे क्या जुडिशियल राइट्स हैं, मुझे कब किसके सामने प्रोड्यूस करना है, मुझे क्या होना है, डू आई हैव द राइट टू गेट अ लॉयर और नॉट, हाउ विल आई नो. जैसे हमें बैंक का
Exactly.
पता होना चाहिए कि अगर हस्बैंड की डेथ हो जाती है या अब्रॉड है या नहीं है, तो हमें पता है ना कि हमें बैंक कैसे ऑपरेट करना है. लेकिन क्या हमें
जी.
ये पता नहीं होना चाहिए कि अगर घर में चोरी हो जाए, मेरा हस्बैंड नहीं है या वाइफ नहीं है, मुझे नहीं पता है, तो हाउ डू आई गो टू द पुलिस स्टेशन एंड गेट माई एफआईआर फाइल्ड. अगर पुलिस वाला एफआईआर फाइल करने के लिए मना करता है, तो कैसे मुझे कोर्ट को अप्रोच करके उसको एफआईआर फाइल करने के लिए मजबूर करना है. तो द थिंग इज दैट कि इफ आई, दिस इज सिविक्स. Civics is practical life, how you live. You are, you know, watering the wall of your neighbor. This is civics, that you're not supposed to do that.
जी.
If you are throwing garbage in front of your neighbor's house, इसके लिए मोदी जी को कहने की जरूरत नहीं है कि स्वच्छ भारत अभियान करिए. अगर आपने सिविक्स पढ़ा होगा तो आप पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी डैमेज नहीं करेंगे.
Everyone does their own
आप
duties.
स्पिट नहीं करेंगे, आप किसी की वॉल पे यूरिनेट नहीं करेंगे. लेकिन हम सिविक्स पढ़ते ही नहीं है, बिकॉज वो हम सोचते क्लास 10th के बाद खत्म हुआ, आज हम ये पेजेस फाड़ के फेंक देंगे, कभी पलट के नहीं देखेंगे. एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी आर लैकिंग बेसिक सिविक्स. बेसिक सिविक सेंस वी आर मिसिंग. हम लाइब्रेरी में से किताबें फाड़ते हैं, लाइब्रेरी की किताबें नहीं लौटाते, लैब अपैरेटसेस गायब कर देते हैं. ये हम क्यों कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि हमने सिविक्स नहीं पढ़ी. तो दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ. You live it. You don't have to say article ये क्या कहता है. अगर आप एक बार पढ़ ले तो आप उसको अपने आप अंदर absorb कर ले. And that is why it becomes very important for us to, you know, not only to understand your government, what are your rights as your as a citizen of this country, what are the duties of the government. Government is not a my-baap. Government is something that is there because it has promised certain things. And hence it might as well give you what it has promised. नहीं देंगे तो हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि हम सड़कों पे उतर के उनको मांगेंगे. तो ये हमारा, ये आपका संवैधानिक आपका अधिकार है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट है, that you ask what you want, exactly as you ask your parents what they want, what you want. तो ये चीजें आपको सिविक्स से आती है. जहां तक नेबर्स की बात है, यू ऑलवेज हैव टू कीप योर नेबर्स डियर टू यू. You will find European Union doing so much better because they have very little tensions among themselves. What Pakistan is doing to India is that it is bleeding India to death. There are no war. There is no war at all. But the kind of money that we are spending per day and the kind of dead bodies that fly in from these areas, it is tragic. It is like a pseudo war. यही रिश्ते अगर कंजीनियल होंगे दोनों तरफ, चाहे वो पाकिस्तान हो, चाहे नेपाल हो, चाहे चाइना हो, चाहे और कोई कंट्री हो, इफ यू हैव बेटर रिलेशनशिप, at least some relationship of trust. Of course it is very difficult, easier said than done, definitely. But there are a lot of things that we can do. पहली बात तो मैं एक दूसरे के खिलाफ हेट मॉन्गरिंग बंद कर देनी चाहिए. हम क्रिकेट बंद कर देंगे, हम म्यूजिशियंस को नहीं आने देंगे, हम ये नहीं करेंगे. होने दीजिए, एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम्स होने चाहिए, लेट पीपल डिमांड कि भाई फ्रॉम बोथ साइड्स ऑफ द बॉर्डर। अभी भी अपने स्कूल में मैं पढ़ाते थे, व्हाट डू यू वांट टू बी मैम? आई वांट टू गो इन द आर्मी। ओके, एंड देन व्हाट विल यू डू? मैम पाकिस्तान को तो प्लास्टर कर देंगे। अरे क्यों कर देंगे? क्यों प्लास्टर कर देंगे?
मैम एक्चुअली आई जस्ट कट यू हियर बिकॉज आई वाजंट एक्सपेक्टिंग इतना लंबा चले जाएगा ये।
I know, it was such a pleasure.
I know, it was such a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. So I still have one last question, and it would be only justified कि मैं अगर 2 episodes अब डालूंगा इस एक episode के 2 part, तो फिर और थोड़ा और खींच ही लेते हैं। I actually wanted, this is very important when I was going to talk about this, कि आज के डेट में बहुत चीजें हो रही हैं, एवरीथिंग इज वेरी स्पॉन्टेनियस। चाहे लॉकडाउन हो गया हो, लॉकडाउन से पहले प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे थे, उससे पहले एब्रोगेशन हुआ कश्मीर में। इन सब चीजों में people should actually understand to question their government or whatever their society as a whole, and which is very important. तो वो motivation कैसे लाएं teenagers में या फिर young adults में to question the actions that are happening with logic, क्योंकि logic is something which is very, जैसे वो बोलते हैं कि common sense is not so common, वैसे logic कैसे लोगों में डेवलप करें, क्वेश्चन करने का वो हैबिट कैसे डेवलप करें।
देखो लॉजिक आता है एजुकेशन से, समझने से। जब आप समझेंगे, पढ़ेंगे, है ना, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को समझेंगे, आपको अपने राइट जब समझ में आएंगे तो दूसरों के राइट भी समझ में आएंगे। पहली बात तो आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा, गवर्नमेंट आपकी माई बाप नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट इंसानों से बनी है, उनकी पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा है, कोई भी गवर्नमेंट है और वो गलतियां करेगी। गवर्नमेंट विल डेफिनेटली मेक मिस्टेक, क्योंकि उनको कुछ लोगों को केटर करना है, कुछ को नहीं करना है। वो आपको डिविएट करेगी, इम्पोर्टेंट इश्यूज से, या तमाम चीजें करेगी। तो पहली बात तो ये है कि वन थिंग दैट एवरी चाइल्ड, एवरी टीनेजर शुड बी, इज यू शुड बी अ गुड सेंसिबल ह्यूमन बीइंग। Before being an Indian, before being a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian, or before being a Brahmin or a Dalit or anything else, you need to be a very good human being. एक सेंस ऑफ क्वालिटी होना बहुत जरूरी है, साथ इंसान होना बहुत जरूरी है। अगर हम ये कह रहे हैं कि कोई ये माइग्रेंट अगर हमारे शहर से गुजरेंगे तो कोरोना हो जाएगा, तो हमें सोचना पड़ेगा कि वो मर नहीं सकते हैं, वो हमारे और आपके जैसे इंसान है। अगर वो आपको इतना सेंस होना चाहिए कि अगर वो आपकी तरफ से गुजर रहे हैं और आप हाईवे पर रहते हैं तो वहाँ पे आप एक भंडारा जैसे लगाते हैं तो मुआवजा दिलवा दें। अगर वो नंगे पैर चल रहे हैं तो हम क्राउड फंड करके उनको चप्पलें पहना दें। हम उनको लाइबिलिटी नहीं समझ सकते। When we talk about social distancing, we cannot social distance ourselves from the poor. फिजिकली डिस्टेंस कर सकते हैं लेकिन सोशल डिस्टेंस नहीं कर सकते। जो हमने
बड़ा मिसगाइडिंग हो गया।
तो हमने अभी देखा है कि गरीबों से दूर रहो, जो कोरोना फैलाते हैं, इस पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन वालों से दूर रहो। ये क्या इज इट ह्यूमन? इवन मैं बताऊं कि हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान के इतने वॉर हुए हैं, डेड बॉडीज हैव बीन रिटर्न्ड टू ईच अदर। हम एक दूसरे की डेड बॉडी को डिग्रेड नहीं कर सकते। प्रोबेबली सोल्जर ने हमारे कितने भी लोगों को मारा हो, हम उन्हें अगर वो लोग नहीं लेते, अगर वो कहते हैं हम इसे वापस नहीं लेंगे तो हम उसे एक डिग्निफाइड बरियल देते हैं।
श्योर मैम, वो
है ना,
बेसिक
ह्यूमन नेचर है जो हमें जिंदा रखा हुआ है।
They were just doing the responsible job.
So this is very important for the teenagers to understand. Be good human being first. अपने स्कूल की आया दीदी जो झाड़ू लगा रही है, उसका काम है झाड़ू लगाना, इसलिए मैं अपना क्लास में गंदा छोड़ के जाऊंगी, which is not correct. What is your responsibility?
To understand, yeah, it's very like बहुत वही बात होगी कि कॉमन सेंस होने वाली बात है कि आप अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रखिए, आप अपने आप को रिस्पॉन्सिबल समझिए या फिर अकाउंटेबल समझिए अपने एक्शंस का, तब आपको एक सेंस बनेगा कि आप क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं दूसरों के एक्शंस को।
बिल्कुल। That is important. and you will be a good
politician, a
politician,
good
a good
doctor,
doctor,
about everything.
and this comes when you read your constitution, you will know what kind of India was envisaged by the people. You know, the constitution maker.
जी
हम बहुत कन्वीनियंटली नेहरू को कहते थे वो गांधी को उसको तक उसको डांटते किसी ने कुछ नहीं किया बेसिक इनहेरेंट अनग्रेटफुलनेस that we have and that reflects towards our parents, towards our teachers, towards everybody who helps us. You know, so we need to counter that.
मैम लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट आपकी तरफ से कोई टिप या फिर सम सजेशंस फॉर एस्पायरिंग चेंज मेकर्स जो प्रॉब्ली वांट टू जॉइन द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन या फिर पॉलिटिक्स, जिनको लगता है कि दे शुड बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस एंटायर चेंज और द एंटायर सिस्टम, एंड वो ग्रास रूट लेवल से जो लोग अपने ही सोसाइटी को डेवलप करना चाहते हैं या फिर करेक्ट करना चाहते हैं उनके व्यूज में?
देखिए, एक बात जो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है ये है, अगर आप चेंज मेकर हैं तो आप किसी भी फील्ड में हो सकते हैं. You don't have to be a politician or an IAS officer. If you are a doctor, अगर आप हफ्ते में 5 दिन जो है वो अपने लिए पैसे कमा रहे हैं, 2 दिन आप गरीबों को दीजिए फ्री में. Go to a nearby village and do it. Put a help camp there. हाँ, अगर आप इंजीनियर हैं तो देखिए कि आप अपने स्किल्स को कैसे किसी गांव में इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन कर सकते हैं. There is immense way of doing things. You have to realize that it is beyond yourself. You have to realize your responsibility. Rabindranath Tagore said something very beautiful. He said your education is basically a medium that what you learn from the society to go back to the society. Everything that you get, if I'm getting a glass of drinking water which is clear and worth drinking, then I should make sure that I provide something like that back to the society in some other way.
जी.
तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि हम जो भी करते हैं वो वापस लौट के जाए.
एग्जैक्टली मैम, वो सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होनी चाहिए सब में. इट्स नॉट जस्ट समथिंग टू जस्ट प्रीच, इट्स समथिंग टू डू.
Yes, जैसे बहुत सारे experiences लाइफ में होते हैं आपको बहुत बिटर बना देते हैं. For example, I went through 8 years of severe domestic violence. And I'm very vocal about it. What I could have done, I would have become very bitter. And I would have hated people who made me go through it. And all men in general, I should have just hated them. And I would have just started an organization where I tell how to break marriages and how not to give relationship patterns. But on the other hand, I try to make things, as long as things can work out, women and men both should know their legal rights in marriage. How to respect themselves and how to speak against domestic violence. It can be both ways, both for men as well as for women. And transgenders as well. So the thing is that आप अपने experiences आपको better बनाने दे सकते हैं या आप उसको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं दूसरों की जिंदगी को बेहतर बनाने के लिए आपकी choice है.
मैम, लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस इन जनरल आर लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस लेसन्स जो हम बहुत अवॉइड कर देते हैं. There is so much to learn from our own lives कि we are so much indulged into other people's inspiring stories कि हम खुद भूल जाते हैं कि हमारे खुद की लाइफ में इतना कुछ हुआ है, and we've gone through this, we've survived that experience, we've walked out proud कि हाँ चलो ये हुआ था, लेकिन now we are done with it.
Believe me, and it always helps. Life is a history book.
जी.
If you make a timeline of your struggle, you will realize how well you've done with your life. वो बोर्ड का एग्जाम जब फादर को हार्ट अटैक आया था या मम्मी बिल्कुल कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रही थी या फलानी आंटी आके बैठ गई थी और जा नहीं रही थी केमिस्ट्री के एग्जाम से पहले, तो वो सारी चीजें आपको सिखाती है, वो सारी स्ट्रगल आपको सिखाती है to become a better human being, more resilient, more strong, and how you reach out to others. आपने टेंथ का एग्जाम क्लियर कर लिया है, it is your duty now to find out somebody's child जो अगल बगल होगा जरूर, जिसको आप मदद कर सकते हैं उसके सब्जेक्ट में. So you don't have to be an adult to be a change maker. It can be just about anybody.
True, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out the time today. It was
Thank you
lovely
so
talking to
much.
Thank you
It
you.
was
so
so
much. It was so
interactive and
interactive
wonderful.
and wonderful. I just
Didn't realize
didn't
we spoke
realize
so
we
much.
spoke so much.
Yes, ma'am, exactly. Now it gives me the opportunity to at least upload 2 parts of this episode and a lot more to show out to our viewers जो ये बाद में देखेंगे. I'm pretty sure that everyone who had joined us during the session was inspired. So thank you once again, ma'am.
Thank you
And
so much
Thank
for
you so
everyone who's
much for
having me.
watching,
having me.
Take care.
and
Take
everyone
care.
who's watching, just stay tuned, stay aware. We are still all ears for everyone or anyone who wants to talk about their issues, their problems. आपको लगता है कि आपकी issues बहुत trivial है, don't think it that way. It's very important for you to understand कि आपके जो issues हैं, आपकी जो life की problems हैं, वो आपके लिए बहुत बड़ी हो सकती हैं, चाहे वो कोई और इंसान छोटी समझे. So please, obviously, and anytime, we are always ears to hear you out. We are a team now. We have more people on board. We'll listen to you, your problems. We'll give you solutions. We'll give you our time with all our heart. So please never hesitate to talk. Thank you so much. We'll be back soon. We have some more episodes, some interesting episodes lined up. So stay tuned. Thanks.